is on. Two minutes and we're on. Are we ready? Anyone that's watching with your Sunday breakfast? For your Sunday breakfast. All right, let's transition. Welcome in, Kelvin. Oh, what am I? Freaking radio host? There we go.
Guys, welcome to Sunday morning at the Bodyweight Gym. I've got a bit of a treat for you guys today. So what we're going to do is start with a hack squat calf stretch. Now this stretch will change your life, okay? You're going to take a broomstick, you're going to place it behind your knees, and then you're just going to squat down onto it. We're just going to sit here like this. Now we're just going to wiggle side to side and let our body weight actually compress that broomstick down into the calves. So this is such an effective stretch. It's going to loosen up those calves, and then when we're skipping later on today, it's not going to cause you any pain in those calves because you've already massaged them out. Now if this one hurts a fair bit, yeah, it is good. We're just getting rid of all that tension. We should get Gary to try it. So,
Hang on. Yeah, I'll come and try it.
So you can just release, move it down a little further, and let that body weight sit it down onto the calves and loosen it up. Oh, let's get Gary onto it.
I'll grab enough.
All right. We'll calf stretch together. So right behind the knees. Squatting down onto it, and just let your body weight push the stick into the calves, and then just wiggle around. How does that feel?
Oh, damn.
So just moving around, this is just going to loosen up those calves and massage it out. It's pretty effective. You can do this before running, skipping, jumping.
Wait, do you dig it right up to your...
Yeah.
As far as you can go?
Yeah, and then you can just lower it down a bit further after that.
Oh, okay.
And get down a little lower in there. So when you've got it right behind the knees, you sort of hyperextend the knee joint a little bit, but it's really loosening up that calf tissue. It's really effective.
Wow.
Pretty good, eh?
Yeah, this is... Kind of feels like when... It's one of those massage things of like...
Yeah.
It kind of hurts, but then you kind of feel like it is good.
Like, I want less, but I want more, you know?
Yeah.
Now, this also makes for a very effective camping toilet. Check this out. Perfect. The floodgates open. All right, we're now going to get into our warm-up. How's that, Gary? Best stretch ever? Yeah, I'll take that. Thanks. You can get these up. No worries. All right. So when you're done with that, we'll then keep that broomstick out so that we can elevate our toes. What we're going to do here is take just our toes up onto that broomstick, just so we get a bit more hyperextension in the ankle. We are then going to push the hips back. We're going to come down and tag the toes or the floor and back up squeezing the bum, okay? So we can come down till we tag the knuckles or flat palms or wherever's comfortable for you. If your hamstring flexibility stops you here, by all means, you just go to there. So we've got 20 reps of doing this. Just by elevating those toes, that makes this stretch a little more intense, okay? All right, when you're done with that, we've then got 20 air squats. So we're just going to be driving those knees out, keeping the chest nice and upright. I'm just going to adjust this little microphone pack so I don't crush it. So sitting all the way down, recovering back up and locking out those hips. Make sure as you do this, the chest stays upright and the heels stay flat down on the ground as you then squat back up to the top. You can't see this, but Gary's doing some mighty fine squats behind the desk there. And 20. All right, so we're now going to get into a 30-second plank, okay? So you're just going to have that shoulder stacked up over the elbow. You're going to squeeze the bum and make sure we're nice and stable through the hips. Keeping nice and tight in this position.
Halfway there.
Planks for the memories.
Exactly. Planks a million. 3, 2, 1.
All right, we're then going to grab our backpack and we're just going to perform 20 swings with that. Using it like a kettlebell, okay? These things are so good. $8 at Kmart, you need one. All right, so we're swinging through the hips, squeezing the bum, and locking out just to eye level with those hips, okay? Now you can add books or bricks or anything into this backpack to give it a bit of weight. You can also use a bucket of water as an alternative, which we can also use later on today.
If people have the weights, is it just a kettlebell?
Yeah, if you have weights at home, grab a kettlebell or a dumbbell. You can use a weight plate that has holes in the handle, like the grippy ones. That works too. Couldn't think of the word. Grippy.
Something you can grip to.
Yeah, a lot of weights actually have a hole in it, like almost like a car rim, so you'd have something to grip onto. All right, we're going to go through another round of that. So back onto your 20 toe touches. So toes elevated, hips back, tag, up. This is what you need, flat palms, but I'm really tight right now. Oh. I can feel everything. If you can't reach your toes, just consider yourself social distancing from your toes. Perfect. Do you want to try it on a stick?
Yeah, I'll try on a stick.
So just elevate the toes a little bit there, yep, and then that's just going to increase that stretch. Feel that?
Oh, I feel it. Almost getting it.
It's quite effective. Look at that. Gary can video edit and stretch. Is there anything you can't do?
Turns out I'm not bad at the flexible the other way. I'm not flexible this way too much.
But yeah.
Twisting.
Yeah. That's because of how you sit with your game. I was probably the same.
It's probably like,
yeah. All right. From there, you're going to go back into 20 air squats, so just off the stick, driving the knees out, sitting all the way down, and recover back to the top. Let's see these squats. Oh, very upright, Gary. Good. Could be a little weightlifter. All right, next Sunday, get your barbells, guys.
Barbells?
Yeah, we'll snatch. No, there's no bars here anymore. I don't think so.
Improvise.
It's good.
Get my knees.
Just loosening up. It's about 18, yeah?
I think so.
One more, 20. All right, we'll get back into our planks now. So shoulder is situated over the elbow. We're just gonna squeeze that bum, hold this position. Yeah, I'll count it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Very good. All right. Now back onto our backpack swings. Would you like to try this one, Gary?
Sure.
There's not a lot of weight in this one today. I didn't bring the medicine ball. So yeah, use your hips, bend the knees a little bit, keeping that back nice and arch, and then squeeze the bum, lock out. So let all the work come from the legs, not from the arms. Yeah, good. There you go. And lock those hips out as you open up. Good. Look at that, natural. Gary needs to change his Instagram to King of Swing.
Probably not. Wow, just up and down.
Yeah, you don't want to scoot through. You want to keep the hips high, push back, and then squeeze. Just like you're pushing your hips to the wall in front, okay? That's better. Now lock the legs out as you do it. So you go, extend. Yep, good. Feel that?
Yeah.
Gets the bum working, gets the glutes. It's pretty effective, yeah? Hey, we just had a few followers. Welcome, Pete, Lee, and Grant. All right, good job. Now, what we're going to do for our strength today, guys, is some Romanian deadlifts. So if you have access to dumbbells, a barbell, buckets, grab them. Now, I'm going to be doing this with 2 dumbbells, but if I had 2 buckets of water at home and that was all I had access to, that's what I'd be doing, okay? So we can set something like that up, or if you have backpacks like we were just using for our swings, grab 2 of those, maybe chuck some books or bricks in there, and then you've got the opportunity to do your Romanian deadlifts holding a backpack. Guys, I'll give you 2 minutes to go grab a backpack and fill it with some weights, or grab buckets of water or your kettlebells or dumbbells, and then from there, we can go through what we're doing for our little bit of strength work today. Let's grab them. All right. Welcome back, guys. So I'm now going to take you through our Romanian deadlift, okay? So what we're essentially trying to do with this is place maximum load onto our lower back, glutes, and hamstrings. Now, how we can do this, if you're using an awkward object like a bag, or you could use a cold shopping bag with books or something, then you're going to need to elevate your feet in order to increase that range of motion. So a little step like this is going to be very effective. If you have a step at home, you could utilize that as well, but just let that weight slightly come forward as you go through this, all right? Now, I'm going to take you through the sequence of movements we want to achieve this. So you're going to start completely locked out at the top. You're going to unlock the knees, driving them out. This keeps the back completely vertical. We're now going to try and pull shoulder blades down to our bum, creating that hyperextension in the back and putting our lower back on maximum tension, especially into the insertion point in the lats here. From here, all I'm doing is pushing my hips back, keeping that back angle exactly the same. When I reach the bottom point of my hamstring flexibility, I'm then going to come up and squeeze the bum, but without fully locking out the knees, keeping them slightly unlocked, okay? So this is how it would look if we had a weight in each hand. Hips come all the way back, and up and squeeze, okay? So I'm keeping that arch in my back. Now, when I'm saying that I want you to pull your shoulders down to your bum and create that position here, that's going to get tension right into that insertion point down here in the lats, which is going to ensure that your back doesn't flex under load. We want to keep it tight and in that same position so that all of the appropriate muscles stay strong in this. So we're going to hold a dumbbell in each hand, or a backpack, or whatever weight you're going to use as your alternative. You're going to just unlock those knees, arch the back. You're now going to drive the hips back, letting that chest come right over, feeling that big stretch, and up and squeeze, okay? So remember, knees stay just unlocked. From the side, actually, I'll give you more of a side on so you can see. It's unlocked, back's tight and arched, hips back, get that stretch, up, squeeze the bum. We're doing this for 10 reps. Good. So once you've done your 10 reps of that, you'll feel like, especially by the time you get towards the end of that set, that your hamstrings are definitely under load. You can feel them working. And also you're going to notice that your lower back and glutes are starting to really fire up. So even though the hamstrings where you feel most of the stretch, you can feel activation here, especially as you squeeze the butt at the top when you lock out. But make sure those knees don't extend as well, because I want to keep those adductors under load, all right? When you finish with the first set of 20 Romanian deadlifts, we're then going to grab a foam roller and we're going to do a foam roller hamstring curl. So we're going to place this under our heels and we're going to get into a glute bridge with the heels rested up on this foam roller. Now, you're going to drive the hips high, and in this position, we then pull, push, pull, push. 12, 15, 20. All right. What's great about this exercise is training you to activate through your hamstrings and to actually use the hamstring as the prime mover when you close the knee joint, okay? We're also doing this already with activated glutes by squeezing the hips up in the air. So you're not going to struggle to switch those glutes on because you're already starting in that position before you start moving with the hamstring. So this combination of Romanian deadlift into foam roller hamstring curl is very effective because you're actually going into it sort of pre-fatigued with the hamstrings. So your glutes have to maintain really good position and activation when you do the foam roller hamstring curl. Very effective. You're now going to have about 2 minutes rest, and then we'll start onto the next superset. So we'll go back into the 10 Romanian deadlifts, 10 foam roller hamstring curls. Oh, don't worry, it's all good. During these rest periods, guys, don't forget to tell your cat how much you appreciate it. They are the best. Now, if you're finding that your hamstrings are really tight during this this little rest period, you can just like literally try and touch your toes, and then you can push your hips back like this and you get a nice stretch. You can then pull the hips back down between and you get a nice stretch through the hips. then back into the hamstrings. And that'll just loosen them back up, okay? It's very effective. I recommend doing it even for 10 reps between every set, just to kind of loosen up again. So guys, leave in the comments what you're using as your weights today. Perhaps you're holding a baby in each hand and doing your Romanian deadlifts with that. Perhaps you're using, you know, buckets of water or buckets of wine if you're making your own wine during this quarantine period. I'm sure someone out there is. No, I've got 2 more sets. Yeah. So doing this sort of work, guys, is really going to strengthen those hamstrings up. And then when you're doing stuff like running, direction change, playing soccer or whatever, you're going to be so much less injury prone because you've actually strengthened those muscle groups and the tendons. It's definitely worth getting stronger, even though you think you want to be agile. Strength will help that with that power output and direction change if you're getting strong in the right ways. All right, we're starting again in about 10 seconds. Now, like I said, if you do not have dumbbells or something where the weight doesn't hang too low, then you may need to actually stand on a step to get that extra range of motion, okay? Because we don't want to be so limited. All right, so again, getting back into the Romanian deadlift. Unlock the knees, push the hips back, feel that stretch, then up and squeeze the bum. 6, 8, 9, 10. Once you're done with that, back onto the foam roller hamstring curls. So again, laying on the back, bringing that roller in close to the bum, up high, squeeze, and then 20 reps, pull, push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then you can rest. So another 2 minutes, guys. I hope those hamstrings are feeling good. Mine are definitely starting to feel this now. It's very effective, like I said. All right, guys, so now something I haven't mentioned yet is if you need to make this harder, like let's say the Romanian deadlift weight you have is not challenging enough, then you can slow it down and spend more time during that eccentric and concentric phase. So if you were to change it so you go 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up, for example, it's going to take longer, there's more time under tension, and you're going to get a really good stimulus from that. So let's do that one for today. So for this last set. So we're just going to unlock the knees, keep that back arched and tight, and then it's 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. You get the picture? So we're just trying to keep that time under tension. And because you're going slower, it burns a lot more. And then back onto our front roller hamstring curl. So you'll have to tell me how it felt with that slower eccentric and concentric phase. We're back onto our hamstring curls. So it's squeezing the bum, driving the hips up high, and then pull push. "15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, burns. Oh. So your hamstrings now, guys, will be feeling really good. What's going to happen is because you've just been pumping them up, doing that pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, they're going to feel really kind of girthy at the back there. So when you try and stretch now, you're not going to feel as flexible straight away. But once we've gone through this workout, you should be. So what we need now, guys, we need a backpack, we need a dumbbell or alternatives. So you could use like a milk bottle full of water, and we can use that as our dumbbell. You could use a wine bottle or something like that. Just don't drop it if it's glass. Pretty much anything that you could put your hand around and grip. So even like a metal pole you have at home, that's possible to work, okay? Grab one of those and also grab a backpack and fill it with things that you don't mind squatting with on your back, okay? So maybe don't put, I don't know, sharp metal in this backpack and then wear it on your back, but put a medicine ball in there. Guys, I'll see you in 2 minutes and we'll get onto our workout then. All right, guys, so for this, we need a skipping rope, okay? I'm gonna take you through some double under technique, and then we'll go through what we're doing with this today. So when we do a double under, if that's the handle of the rope, you don't wanna hold the whole thing like this. You wanna hold it off, like towards the base of the rope handle. That means as I rotate my wrist, I'm gonna draw a big circle there, okay? Whereas if I do full grip on the handle, I draw a little circle. Now the problem with that is it's kind of like the physics of a car wheel. The bigger that rotation, the further distance it's traveling, but in the same amount of time, okay? So what we're essentially trying to do here is turn this into a bigger rotation so that that rope can spin faster in the same given time frame. So base of the rope handle. We're now going to keep those elbows tucked into the ribs and forearms forward of the body. That's going to allow that rope to always clear us, okay? If your hands start moving wider, that rope's shorter and it's going to whack me in the knees. Now, if you bring your hands down, it's going to whack you in the back of the head. All right? So let's have a look at our rotations now, and then we'll go through our double under from there. So when we do our single skips, we want to have nice, tall, slow singles, just like this. All right? So that way, we've got a big window of opportunity for that rope to travel around our body. If I was, however, to do this too fast, then I'm never going to have an opportunity to get for that double under if I'm doing really fast singles like this. That'll never happen, okay? So we take that slow single, and then the second our feet tag the floor, we speed up that rope. So we're going like this. When we need to go for that double, it's now a double rotation with a little lag between reps, okay? So when we piece it together, this is how it'll look. All right, and that's our double under. So very important when you're trying for these, you don't just try and speed up that rope by shortening the jumps. All right, you still need slow, tall jumps to facilitate that movement. Welcome, Diane, to the stream. You've just missed out on some double under technique, but it's going to be effective for today. Now, if you do not have double unders for this workout, still focus on those nice, slow single reps, okay? Where you're going for tall, slow singles, and every third rep, go for a double, and then back to singles so you can practice. Because we are essentially wanting to learn that skill over time, not just always do the same thing forever. Now, when you're done with that skipping rope, you're then going to get into alternating dumbbell snatches. So what we're going to do here is stand over that dumbbell so that it is between our feet. We're going to squat down to it with one hand on the dumbbell with the knuckles over. Now, imagine if you're starting a lawnmower, you're going to extend the legs, shrug the shoulder, and pull the elbow high, just like you're pulling a ripcord on a lawnmower, okay? We then just turn over and punch into that lockout with the dumbbell. So this is how it's going to look. When we are done with that, and we finish that rep and the arms close to the ear in that lockout, we'll bring our hand to our other hand to drop the dumbbell in, and then go into that next rep. Okay, if you're not comfortable dropping from overhead to alternate, you can alternate on the floor, like so, okay? But obviously that transition through the air, like a gambler or a shuffler juggling cards, that's going to be the most efficient transition because it leaves one hand into the other. As we tag the floor, we go straight into the next rep instead of having any lag time on the floor. You're then just going to take your backpack once you've done those 20 dumbbell snatches. You're going to wear this backpack and you're going to perform max squats in the remaining time. So whatever you can get into this backpack to weight it is going to be effective for this. I have like a lot of clothes and like bike parts in here, so it's a little bit of weight. It's not too crazy. But just adding that external load is going to be a little more challenging than just straight body weight for that, okay? Plus, that backpack being on your back is going to want to tip you forward, so really try and sit upright if you can. So how this workout works, we have 3 minutes of work, 1 minute rest, and we repeat that for 16 minutes, so it ends up being 4 full rounds. Now, I've got to show you how I set up my app to do the timing for this. So, in Go SmartWOD, down here, all right, you can see that I've got 4 rounds of 3 minutes work and 1 minute rest, okay? So let's let that focus on the camera. When I go start, then I'll just click play and it will do that timing for me. So Go SmartWOD is a very good timer. So, yeah. So when I click play, it's going to beep, it's going to count me in, it's going to count me out for rest, etc. And it will say halfway when you're halfway through that round. So we're going to get started now, guys. Now with that 40 double unders, like I said, if you don't have double unders, you're just going to practice it for 30 seconds. But if you're getting close and you want to spend more time on it, maybe up that to 45 seconds. So we've got 10 seconds and I'm starting now. It's going to count me in, and when it's got 3, 2, 1, we begin. All right, double unders. I need to take this microphone off, it's pulling my pants off. I'm just gonna leave it next to the timer so you guys can hear it when it beeps.
All right, let me turn it down for a sec. All right.
I don't want to get naked on the show today. Oh man, it's not a roll anymore. 30 down. A few whip marks. Oh, this rope. I swear to God.
You're doing so good.
Maybe the pants down works for me. Ah, that's terrible.
You got the dumbbell there. There we go. I can just see you snatching on that.
Oh my God, this is terrible.
All right, I'm gonna have to make a fail compilation.
Yeah, fatal compound, I'm happy with it. Alright, 20 dumbbell snatch.
I assume the object is you try not to hit the floor.
Don't whip yourself.
Oh no, I mean for this.
Halfway
don't.
there.
Full range from floor to overhead.
Yeah.
9,
But you want to try not
10.
slamming it completely on the floor.
Yeah, it's not just dropping it.
More like touch.
Yeah, it's just gentle touch.
Essentially, so you don't just put the full weight,
Yeah,
you know,
not
or resting it in a way. It's more like a tag, like.
Yeah. And then we're on to our backpack squats. So this is max reps and the remaining time.
Just as many as you can do.
10 seconds.
10 seconds left. 40.
Rest.
45. Alright, we get 1 minute rest. It's not enough. It's not enough. That's alright.
Yeah, this is intense. I'm feeling it just from that little bit of exercise.
The warm-up was intense. So obviously, if you can, make your double unders better than mine just were. These ropes aren't speed ropes, so they're probably not as easy to go with as, you know, RS Smart rope or RPM rope like. You know, when in quarantine,
Yeah, do what you can.
yeah. Sorry, when you're playing like.
All right, maybe I'll do one of these rounds.
You can tie like 15 shoelaces together and then you have a skipping rope. Perfect. 2, 1.
Let's go.
This is terrible, man. I probably have too short a rope. Look at this.
That does look pretty short. See if there's a longer one.
Oh man, this is just annoying now.
Halfway there.
Pretty sure he's got the same name.
Yeah, I think so. Thanks.
Very nice.
It's just curse.
The bad part one here. All right, now into the maximum backpack squats until the end. As many as you can do. Hence the word max. And I assume you want to go as quick as possible. I guess doing slow isn't too bad, is it? That's the constant.
35.
10 seconds.
10 seconds left.
Rest.
Right, shall I do one of these rounds?
Do you want to?
Shall I do this one?
Yeah, go on.
All right.
If you want.
Here we go. So,
Alright, Gary's up.
I'm probably going to be worse than you.
That's okay.
Skip rope in a while.
There's no right or wrong. So Gary's going to do this round. He is my RAC fill-in. What we're going to do, right, he's going to try for double unders. So every third rep, he'll try that double rotation. And then we'll move on to the other two as we get there. This is exciting.
So like, try every third one.
Yeah, so just go 1, 2, 3, go for the double. This is exciting.
I find doing this is pretty good because you can then see bad movement and correct it.
Sure.
Yeah. It's hard to do it with
2, 1, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh! Gary! That's awesome. So I want you to fully extend the legs every time.
Okay.
Not staying like that, okay? Very good. Look at him go. How good is this? Gary, man, we'll go to 45 seconds. Awesome job, mate. Keep it up. All right, guys, we're now going to put him onto the dumbbell snatches. So, like I said, you're standing over the top of that dumbbell, and it's like you're starting a lawnmower. It's a big, strong pull through the legs, and then finishing with that arm locked out overhead. Good. Now he's going to change arms on the way down. Good. All right, Gary, try and squat down once that back's tight, okay? Good job. Think big stroke with that elbow. Good. Look at him go, guys. Very good. Oh, God. Well done, Gary. I think that's 14, guys. Oh, it gets 20. Go, go, go. Yeah, sorry.
Halfway there.
Good. Keeping one hand for that whole rep. Good, and then changing the way down. Good. 18, 19, 20. Sensational. All right, backpack squats. Let's go. So you guys may remember Gary's amazing squats from the warm-up. Let's see how he goes with the backpack. All right, max reps. Let's get it done. Good. All right, let's go. Keep pushing it up. Gary, man, you got just over a minute. Let's go. What? Good, keep it up. All the way down. Yes, up. Good job. So glad. Great work, mate. Keep it up. Krista, welcome to Gary and his backpack squats. Good job, Gary. Keep it up. I'm loving this. Keep going, man. We're nearly there. Let's go. Gary, we have 30 seconds. Keep it up. Push. Good, mate. Keep it up. Keep those heels down. Very good. Come on, Gary. Let's go. All right, 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Push. Up. Come on. And that's
Rest.
fine. Guys, we have one more round. I'll do this one, I think. How do you feel? That was good. Well done on your double unders.
That's intense. Intense.
Was that the first time you've ever done a double under?
Kind of.
For Gary, that was his first time ever doing double unders, so give him a little virtual round of applause in the comments. Make sure you follow him on Facebook and Instagram. I don't know if his account is Living Legend, but it's probably going to be changed to that.
Thanks, Sarah. Still dying in the back here.
Roots away.
Last round.
Oh. I don't have it today.
You watch, we got off the stream, and you'll do it perfectly.
Guys, I'm embarrassing myself.
Just need to get a rhythm.
I need to find a new sport. Oh!
Right, 20 dumbbell snatches. I think he's already halfway there because he's
Halfway
really pushing
there.
it.
Monty,
Hey, Monty.
welcome. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Matt.
I don't know if you saw me, Monty, but I did try one round of this. That's killed me. Bloody Kelvin's done the whole exercise and still doing this. And still being able to talk. I'm just about able to talk. So yeah, now he's doing maximum backpack squats. Yeah, I did on cam. Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it and watch my face struggle. Yeah, you would have just missed it. I wasn't cam. Struggling like a noob.
10 seconds.
All right, 10 seconds left.
Oh, for God. Brutal.
I do need to do it. I did some yesterday as well with Maisie. Turns out I'm not too bad at. I forgot some form of flexibility.
Gary did really well in that one, Monty. He actually managed to get some double unders in that and put me to shame because I was really struggling today. I got to start having red wine and pizza. It was quality though. All right, guys, that was a really tough workout. That 1 minute rest definitely does not feel like a minute. It feels like 10 seconds. But I want you guys to now have a 2 minute break. We'll come back and we'll have a big stretch, okay? Well done. I'll keep that.
Yeah, I just did it. I just did it every like 3. So just single, 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 double, single, 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 double. Yeah, I think I'll start off on a little bit less exercise. Or maybe just see if I can do it all. Who knows? And just rest for the next week. Oh yeah, it's just showing you where he got whipped. And what about the skipping rope?
See if you know it's covered in hair now. It's okay, Monty. All right, guys, we're gonna now have a stretch together, okay? So we've done a fair bit of work today. We started off with our remaining deadlifts and a lot of hamstring work. So we're gonna do some work on that now, okay? So laying on the back, one leg up. We're gonna try and pull that toe down towards our face and extend that knee. Yeah, Monty, I had a bad run with double unders today. Felt like I was doing them for the first time. I need to go back to snatch and clean and jerk. Guys, also don't forget to give Gary a shout out for all the hard work he does with this streaming. That'd be much appreciated.
Did you even jump rope, bro?
Apparently not, Monty. All right, from here, what we're going to do, okay, we're going to take our knee out to the side. We're going to take the top of our foot flat on the ground. So in this position, right, we're going to hyperextend this hip flexor, creating a really good stretch down the hip flexor, the whole quad, and into the patella tendon. We're going to lay down onto our back, or as far as you can get, whether that's to your elbow or your shoulders or back. We're going to lay here for about 30 seconds. Now this is going to undo a lot of that jarring effect of what the double unders just caused us. So if you find you tend to get shin splints and pretty tight hip flexors and calves from doing double unders, this can really relieve that. From double unders or running or box jumps. Now I know from that point of view on the camera, I look like a Coles chicken or a Costco chicken for those in the US, but yeah, don't rip my leg off.
Get a better view.
Are you going to add that? All right, we're now going to come up from there. We're going to lean forwards onto that front leg and stretch that side's hamstring now, okay?
Actually, that does look like pretty good stretches.
That's good. All right, we're going to change sides. I struggle with this side because of our little surgical assistance earlier this year, but so you can see that hip sits really high in the air, but it's still a great stretch. It's very painful. So how's everyone's Sunday morning going now, or Saturday evening for those in the United States? And then coming onto that front leg. Oh, that's great, Monty. Good to hear.
Yeah, it's starting to get chilly here.
I love the cold weather, and we're just slowly moving into that now. It's very nice. It reminds me of where I was in January, which is Sochi in Russia. Very similar climate to Perth, so their summer is really hot and their winter's like our winter. So I was there for winter, and now we're going into our winter. It's perfect. Endless winter.
Yeah, winter's, I mean, it's good for the cold because you can kind of stay warm easier
Yeah, for sure.
and cool down. There's only so much clothes you can take off in the summer.
Yeah.
Unless you've got aircon.
Until you start taking your skin off. No jokes. All right. So now we're going to stretch these calves out. So we're going to get into a nice tall kind of plank. We're going to push the hips high and then drive the heel down, crossing that leg over, trying to stretch that calf out, okay? Once you've done about 15 pulses, change sides. All right, I'm going to show you another cool little stretch we can do for the hamstring. So if you have a pole like this, you can just jump up, sitting onto that pole, and then when your legs are up here, you're just going to kind of rotate like that across the hamstring. And that's just a great way to massage it out. When all your weight's on it, you can then pretty much do a leg curl. And as that hamstring lengthens out, you'll feel it really start to loosen up over that pole. So all you need for this is body weight, which is pretty great. Goes in line with the gym theme. Now, if you do not have a pole like that, you can use the back of a chair. Let's pretend this is a chair, but it's a parallel bar. You can just kind of drop the back knee down, resting that hamstring over there, and then curl. And this is extremely effective for stretching that hamstring out, especially any tight spots. You can move further up and play around with it, okay? For those of you that miss your leg curl machines, you could chuck an elastic band around the ankle, anchor it behind you, and do the same thing. Monty, before the virus, we were getting consistently kind of 8 to 10 people in a class. I'm not sure how many people were in the gym in total, but perhaps if Matt's watching, he'll be able to recall those numbers. But yeah, I was doing 2 classes a week here on a Sunday morning, and my barbell class would consistently get about 7 or 8 people. And then my strength and conditioning class was usually about 3 to 5, depending on the week. But most people just want to lift heavy when it's early in the morning. All right, so that's an extremely effective release for your hamstrings also, guys. Yeah, this is a shared space. So we all represent the bodyweight gym for all the coaches that work here, and we're employed by Matt Harvey. So you've seen him comment further up, perhaps. Oh no, that was on Facebook, not Steam. But he's employed like a few coaches, and we all kind of teach a different discipline. So I hope that makes sense. You know, Ray and I both do some barbell work and a bit of strength and conditioning. Then you've got Maisie, who does a lot of calisthenics and mobility. You've got Oscar, who also does calisthenics, and yeah, a few other people out there. I can't remember all the names because I haven't met them all yet, but yeah. And then we've got the man Gary here every single day. It's good. All right, guys, really well done today. I hope everybody enjoyed that lesson. Thanks for tuning in last second, Monty. I missed you at the start of the lesson. Where were you? I hope to see you guys next Sunday. And as always, if you would like to support us, just follow the Patreon, which is getting linked now, and feel free to, support the Bodyweight Gym and any of the coaches that you want to get behind, especially Gary. He makes all this possible. Oh, Westworld, awesome. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. See you later, everybody, and thanks for tuning in again, Monty. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. And thank you to all the Patreon supporters. And yeah, I need to rewatch Westworld. I got into the middle of season 2, I think, and I've just forgot what it's about, or forgot it. So I'm just going to rewatch the whole thing. Why not?
Westworld had a movie, yeah?
No, I don't. Well, maybe, but I don't think so. Just the seasons.
It's good.
It's really good. If you actually want to get into a TV show,
I don't watch any TV though, but I've heard it's zombie kind of related. So I mean, it's probably sick. I'd love it. But
it's not zombie. No, it's basically like the old western and all kind of like robots, but they basically make them exactly like humans. So you can just do whatever you want. You would be super evil.
Okay, what am I thinking of? The zombie one?
There's so many zombie ones. I mean, you got.
No, not The Walking Dead. It's like there was an Australian movie made after the series, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Anyway.
Guys, you have a great weekend. Goodbye.
Thanks, Monty. Yeah, all right. Have a great day, everyone, or evening. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. Thanks a lot. You can still type it, Monty. I'll let them know. But there's so many zombie ones out there. No, not glitch. Oh well. All right. Catch you later. Thanks.